Hey guys and girls, my name's Alan and welcome to today's gameplay commentary. So, we're going back on that usual cycle, Call of Duty one week and then Uncharted the next week, well, for the time being anyway. So in the previous video I did talk about why I've been away for a few weeks, probably closer to over a month now I guess. And the reason is obviously, if you watched that previous video, and if you didn't, well, you can always check it out on the channel. But basically, I'm starting to move out the family home now, get my own place, so I've got to deal with a lot of crap in terms of obviously moving out and setting up bills and stuff. And it's a lot of admin work involved and stuff like that. So it's taking up a lot of my time. And then I've been busy with work, doing a lot of overtime because the department is understaffed, and so I've been picking up a lot of hours here and there. And so that's also why I've been busy. So between the moving house and obviously in working, I haven't had a lot of time for anything else, to be honest. I haven't even really played that much in terms of gaming. Pokemon Go is probably the most I've done for the past month. I did play a bit of Ghost Recon's the Wildlands open beta. Was it last week or the week before now? So that was probably the first time I've really gamed in like a month, which is pretty crazy considering how much gaming I used to do back in the day. Anyway, enough about my excuses for not being able to play games. So as you can see from the title of the video, today's video is going to be about the Micro 9mm, which is one of the new weapons released in the DLC earlier this year for Uncharted 4 multiplayer. Now, I've had this weapon a lot for a while now, and I've played quite a lot with it, and this is one of the earlier matches, so I'm still getting to grips with how it operates and stuff like that, and you sort of see some of the downfalls like pretty early on. The weapon itself it's pretty good. I quite like it. It is slightly different, I think, to how it operated in Uncharted 3. Probably closer to how it operated in Uncharted 2, but a lot slower rate of fire. Accuracy is pretty decent. Damage is kind of not so great. It's probably because of the rate of fire. In fact, I'd compare this similar to the M4, to be honest. M4, obviously the assault rifle. This is a submachine pistol that you bring as a secondary. Well, I mean, obviously I'm using it as a primary here, but you can bring it as a secondary. And it's got similar sort of accuracy, well, comparatively speaking, obviously. So it's got decent accuracy, but slow rate of fire, and because of that, the damage is sort of average. If you land your shots, it's great. If you don't land your shots, then time to kill increases, and obviously then you might as well be using something else. In terms of mods, again, very similar to the M4, you can't put an accuracy mod on it. So the accuracy you've got is pretty good already, but you can't increase it any further. So a good attachment I like to use, especially with this weapon and also the M4, is the extended mags, because of the slow rate of fire, you sort of find yourself in a situation where if you kill an enemy and you've only got like half a clip and you end up missing a few shots or whatever, if you haven't got those spare rounds in the clip, basically you're going to struggle with having to take out 2 or 3 players at a time. So yeah, that's what I use personally. I use extended mags. I always use extended mags on my my secondaries, fully automatic secondaries anyway, because I feel like that's what they need, because they're really potent, but because of the small clip size, obviously they're not meant to be used as a primary. Well, I mean, I don't know if they're meant to be used as a primary or not, but generally people don't use them as a primary, they just use them as a backup. And that's great for like finishing off an injured enemy already, or just confirming one more if you run out of ammo on your main or something like that. But in terms of using it as a main attack weapon, you sort of, I feel anyway, you need the extended mags, and that's why you'll see in the future videos I always use extended mags on this, and generally on the M4 as well. Overall, I do like the weapon. I don't know if I would swap it out for the Fossa. I think that's still my go-to secondary fully automatic. I haven't used it for a while, but the Fossa has slightly more recoil, but it does have a lot faster fire rate, and so because of that, time to kill is a lot better. And even though I don't spray and pray too often with any of my weapons, if a situation comes up where I do need to spray and pray, then the Fossa is a pretty decent weapon. And obviously I can't mention spray and pray without the P90 in the same sentence. So yeah, P90 is probably the best SMG in the game. I don't know why I say probably, it is the best SMG in the game. It's got a crazy clip size, got a decent rate of fire, and accuracy is manageable. I mean, it's not as stable as the Micro 9mm, obviously, but if you work on it, and obviously you can put on like the accuracy mod and stuff like that, so it does make it the best all-rounder. And it's kind of sad because when the game first came out, I used the Fossa like almost primarily as my SMG class, and I didn't use any other weapon for that role. But then the P90 came out, and that's basically overtaken it. And while the Fossa still has obviously a unique place because it doesn't use as many loadout points, so you can bring more boosters, obviously you can put more mods on, and I think it's quite a fun weapon to use. And I think overall its rate of fire is probably faster than the P90, and so because of that, the time to kill can be a little bit quicker, but you do need to land like all your shots, and the clip size is so small that if you don't run extended mags, the chances of you taking out more than one enemy is slim to none. Not impossible, but obviously you just need the more rounds to get more kills. And I think that's about all there is to cover when it comes to the Micro 9mm. I've talked about the usual stuff, so accuracy, rate of fire, clip size, loadout points. I mean, obviously, I haven't talked about specifically the loadout points, but it is a pistol, so it does use fewer loadout points than a full SMG class. So if you're trying to, bring some extra boosters along or use some extra mods, then the Micro 9mm is a good option to use. However, I would probably still stick with the Fossa, personally speaking. But it's a good weapon. It's a good weapon. It's definitely a CQC class. I mean, because of the accuracy, you could use it mid to long range, but obviously, it's if you're treating it as an SMG class, probably not the best idea to do it that way. Alright, so down to the match itself. As you can see, we're taking a bit of a beating at the moment. I mean, my performance is pretty good so far. Not to blow my own trumpet or anything. This was a nice kill, I remember that. I don't know, he must have saw me, but he decided to try and escape, and, well, didn't work out too well for him. Yeah, so we're taking a bit of a beating, but for those of you with a keen eye, you'll probably see that the length of the match is quite long, so you'll know that it doesn't quite draw to a quick conclusion, which means we mount some sort of a comeback, and, well, I won't ruin the result or anything, but we do manage to salvage something from the match, and not just, roll over and let them walk over us sort of thing. So, yeah, wow, what else can I talk about? Actually, as I said, there's a few more things I want to talk about, but one of them is Pokemon Go, and I want to save that for the next video because I usually do it with Call of Duty footage, and I don't want to break that trend. I do want to talk about some co-op stuff for Uncharted 4, but again, I think it's probably the best place if I actually use co-op footage when I'm talking about it, rather than in multiplayer, but we'll see. Okay, so... okay, well, let's just talk about recent gaming news then. Mass Effect Andromeda has gone gold, which means that they've basically forwarded the final version of the game to the factory so that they can now start printing the discs and obviously shipping the games to retailers and to places like that. So the game is coming out towards the end of the month. I do actually have a weekend booked off for that. A little bit sad, but I know holidays have to be used up anyway before the end of the financial year, as I've said in a previous video. So I have some holiday days that I need to take, and seeing as it coincides with Mass Effect Andromeda coming out, I figured why not just take the weekend off. So that's what I intend to do, and I'm gonna put in some hours, and I don't know yet if I'm going to upload the entire gameplay. I kind of want to, but I know how long I spent on the previous games, so I know how much footage it would be to record and upload all of it. So I'll wait and see. I don't know, maybe I'll do a Destiny-esque style walkthrough and just sort of like show you the missions, but then not all the stuff, not all the filler, if you know what I mean. But we'll wait and see. I don't know how it goes yet. Speaking of Destiny, we have talked about trying to pick it up again and continue playing it, but again, we're all busy with work, and I've just been ridiculously busy of late, but we managed to get together to play Ghost Recon. Was it last week or the week before? So there is some chat about trying to get it back up again. It's been a few months now since I last posted a video on that, but hopefully not too far into the future we can start doing that, assuming I'm not too busy obviously with Mass Effect and the whole moving house thing. What else? Yeah, oh, in other Mass Effect Andromeda news, they cancelled the technical multiplayer test, or beta, shall we just say, which is a big shame because I was looking forward to that, and I was sort of getting worried because betas normally come out, what, maybe a month or two before the game actually releases, like Uncharted was, that sort of time frame, and most games are, to be fair. But now we're in the final month and we still haven't heard anything, and then obviously the inevitable news came that it was cancelled, and no big surprise, to be honest. What with the game being a couple of weeks away, I mean, they might as well have just called it like a trial at that point, but then I don't know. Anyway, that's been cancelled, and so we weren't able to play it, but the game is coming out in a couple of weeks time, so we haven't got long to wait anyway. Pokemon Go did get a couple of big updates. Generation 2 was launched, and again I'll talk about this more in that specific video, but yeah, let's just say the novelty's wearing off fast, so there is that. What else? Still haven't bought Call of Duty yet. I don't know if you consider that news or not. They still haven't started selling it separately, which is a bit of a surprise, but what with Mass Effect Andromeda coming out, I guess I don't know when I'd play it anyway, so hopefully they release it separately before the summer. I'm assuming I'll be done by then. I still haven't platinumed Uncharted 4 yet. That's something else I just thought about. It's been almost a year since launch, we're in March now. The game came out in what, May, June? So yeah, it's crazy how fast this year's gone. And also 2017 is I mean, we're one third of the way, one quarter of the way in already. So this year's gone pretty fast as well. So I'll probably actually platinum Uncharted 4 not too far from now. In terms of the co-op, I have played Crushing, and well, let's just say it's not quite what I mean. Well, I don't know. I won't get started on it now, but co-op in general for Uncharted 4 survival, shall I say, has not been what I thought it would be and what I was expecting it to be. So it's a bit of a shame. But again, I'll talk about that more in the next video. I might just end it here, to be honest. My voice is getting a bit tired and I'm running out of things to talk about, and I'm starting to waffle a little bit, so I don't really want to do that. So yeah, the game is still tied, well, roughly tied, as you can see, with quite a few minutes left on the clock. So it does go sort of to the wire. I will tell you that much, but I won't tell you exactly what the result is. As you can see, the teams, for some reason, well, the event actually just happened earlier, and I forgot to talk about it at the time. But for some reason, when the enemy team were trying to cap my bounty when I got killed, I think a couple of players dropped, and for some reason the game just glitched, and it just the timer on the bounty thing, just it went down to 0 straight away. And so apparently we defended it, even though there was like a good 2/3 of it left on the clock. So don't know what happened there. It's probably something to do with the players leaving. It's just one of those weird bugs, glitches. I know it happens quite a lot. This was a nice little clutch, if I do say so myself. Put the player down, and I get the revive. What can I say? I'm a team player. Alright, so yeah, I'm going to end the video here because I don't really know what else I want to talk about, and also I've got a few things I need to do anyway, so I'll best get started on those. But yeah, be sure to watch the end of the video because it is quite a close game, and I do get a tasty another clutch later on. Trust me, you'll notice it. Well, you'll know it when you see it, but it's a tasty clutch, and I think that's pretty much what wins the game for us. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the rest of the video. If you enjoy the content, consider tapping that like button. I really do appreciate it. And if you've got any thoughts you'd like to share me regarding the Micro 9mm or the match in general, you know, the bug, the glitch, or my clutch later on, then drop it in the comment section below. But until next time, thanks for watching, thanks for listening, take care, and I will see you later.
Catch this! That's how it's done. Don't beat up. Got that one. Going up. It's up. Took that one out.
Why would you guys run? Oh. Fucking swear to God, these motherfuckers are dumb. My team.
There's the flash! Anyone that runs from me, I don't blame you.
Go get a piece.
Yeah, okay.
I won't miss you.
Laying down to practice fire!
Yeah. Let's go.
Oh, come on out and play!
We work together. I'd like to know how many of those losers are weeping quietly into their pillows right now.